Here's something that will bother you if you let it sink in. The average person will earn over $1 million in their lifetime and retire with almost nothing to show for it. Not because they were lazy, not because the economy failed them, but because every single day, the gap between what they earned and what they kept quietly bled out, one comfortable decision at a time. That's not a financial crisis. That's a behavioral one, and nobody wants to say it out loud. My name is Daniel, and this channel exists for one reason: to close that gap. Most financial content will tell you to cut your coffee, track your subscriptions, invest in index funds, and none of that is wrong, but all of it is shallow. Because the real issue isn't that you don't know what to do. You do. The real issue is that comfort has become your operating system. Think about it this way. A thermostat doesn't think, it just maintains temperature. The moment things get too cold, it kicks on. The moment things feel stable, it shuts off. Most people manage their money exactly like a thermostat. The moment income rises enough to feel okay, the spending rises to match it. Stability kicks in, growth shuts off. That's not financial management. That's lifestyle maintenance dressed up as progress. Here's your mirror moment, and I say this without judgment, just observation. Think about the last time you got a raise, a bonus, or a new income stream. What happened within 90 days? Did the car upgrade? Did the apartment get nicer? Did the lifestyle quietly expand to absorb everything new that came in? If yes, that's not ambition. That's the thermostat effect, and the system is designed to trigger it. Better car financing, bigger apartments marketed to your new salary bracket, credit limits that rise with your income. The infrastructure of comfort scales with you automatically, unless you consciously decide otherwise. Income does not equal control. Never has. So here's what this channel is actually built around. I call it the 3 gaps framework. Gap 1, the visibility gap. Most people have no clear picture of where their money goes at a granular level. Not a rough idea, a clear picture. Without visibility, you can't make decisions. You're flying blind in fog and calling it strategy. Gap 2, the behavior gap. This is the distance between what you know and what you actually do. You know saving matters. You know debt is expensive. You know the market rewards patience. And yet, the behavior doesn't match the knowledge. Closing this gap is the entire game. Gap 3, the ownership gap. There's a massive difference between being a consumer of money and being an owner of capital. Consumers spend what comes in. Owners deploy what comes in. The shift from consumer to capital owner is the single most important identity transition you can make, and most people never make it because it requires giving up the comfort of spending as self-expression. Every video on this channel will operate inside one of those 3 gaps. We'll talk about the psychology of ego spending, buying things to signal success rather than build it. We'll talk about why a stable salary can be a trap if stability becomes the goal. We'll talk about the quiet math that separates people who look wealthy from people who actually are. The system isn't against you, but it isn't for you either. It nudges, it suggests, it makes comfort the path of least resistance, and most people cooperate, not out of weakness, but out of unawareness. Your future financial position is being determined right now by decisions that don't feel like financial decisions. The coffee shop isn't the problem. The identity behind the spending is. If that kind of depth is what you're looking for, you're in the right place. Let's get to work.
If what you just heard made you think differently about your money, that's the point. Every video on this channel goes deeper, sharper, more honest than most people are comfortable with. If you're ready to stop managing your financial life on autopilot, subscribe. And if this resonated with you, hit like. It tells me you're serious, and it helps this message reach someone else who needs to hear it. The deep dive starts now.